Great seller here, guys. Yeah, that's right. We did it again. So I'm gonna make this another short and sweet video, just showing some of the highlights that we got here. I promise we did the sound checks, made sure our mics all had the blue little, see that blue little light on Dad's mic right there. Made sure everything, even the receiver, had the lights. For some reason, today's episode is still silent. Anyways, we're gonna jump right on into this. Like I said, it's gonna be a shorter video. I'm just gonna show you some highlights of what we found today. Diving into this first box here, we found some pretty cool vintage Raggedy Ann mask and then this cute little panda mask. My mom was saying that she actually had this same Raggedy Ann mask when she was a child. She did a Raggedy Ann one year for Halloween, which is pretty cool. So it was kind of a nostalgic thing for her. Diving into this next box, we got some pretty cool older puzzles and little mini games. It's kind of a cool box just to see how they did things prior, I guess, to the years and how they do things now. We found some cute little spurs. And just little games. Most of these will probably end up going in our booth, honestly. They're kind of boothy items. But if you're really into puzzles and would like some vintage ones, please feel free to comment down below and let us know. Moving on, we found some pretty cool these Coca-Cola glasses in different colors. He just pulled out a purple one, I believe it was. And then we have some other colors. There's another purple. There's some other colors in like greens and blues as well. And we just thought that they were really neat. I'll let him pull these all out and then I'm going to look up the price or what they have sold for on eBay. Let's see here. Okay, so a blue one has sold for $8.50. And sometimes it depends on the product and what it is, but it sometimes varies just on color. Different colors could get you more or less. Here's me cherry picking. Next box, the first thing I pulled out is another Breyer horse. And this horse typically sells for about $20. I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact that we found all these horses because I'm a horse girl myself. Now, I can't say that I would ever take a collection this far. I did used to collect these horses that were called painted ponies, but do not any longer. Don't worry, guys, that is a little plastic cat, but it definitely does look like something unalived. Maybe a hamster or something. So I was just trying to scare my dad with it here. But it is a little cat. So cute. Next thing I pull out is this dolphin candle holder. This probably sell for anywhere from 10 to 20 itself. It did put I can't talk. It did feel pretty heavy. We'll probably end up putting it in the booth, but the Breyer horses and Breyer animals are all on our eBay store. There's another gorgeous Breyer. They were all so pretty and so detailed. It is insane how detailed these little figurines are. And that horse, pretty much any of the Breyers that you pull out, it really just depends on the one, but they can go anywhere from $20 up to over $100. Just look, that one's gorgeous. It's one of my favorites that we pulled out. Another one, beautiful. Just can't get over it. Now, if I wasn't, in the business that I'm in, I probably would have taken the Breyers home and put them on a shelf myself, but Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. I'm more of a into teapots or, like alive, real animals these days. So I have a certificate and everything for this beautiful, beautiful painted plate of two horses. And unfortunately, I cannot hear what he said the name of the plate was, so I can't give you guys a price on something like that currently, but it'll probably end up on our eBay page and you can always see it there. And this is a pretty cool little wolf in a 3D frame. And this is what's in the box. Pretty cool. This is one of my favorite finds in the unit. I just thought it was so cool. It's one of those things that you stick on top of your house, your barn, whatever, and the wind blows the little mill around. This one had little Indians riding on horses around it, and I believe it spins when the rest of it moves too. So I thought that was super, super neat. Another cool thing, a little vintage Bugs Bunny suitcase. This bag was pretty neat. I've had my fair share of posting now so many Barbie accessories and Barbie clothing. This is a lot of vintage. So yes, this will probably most likely go on our eBay page as a lot for all of it. I believe we still have 2 lots on our page currently. And then we found a lot of these really cool older dolls. It was a little creepy. She had some cataract issues going on with her eyes there, but overall the dolls were all in pretty decent shape. So I was pretty impressed with that. Usually when we get older dolls, they're all cracked or missing fingers or legs and stuff, and these dolls were in pretty decent shape. So. And this next doll I pull out, I don't believe. Oh, never mind. Those are his shoes. Just a cute little doll. All of these will end up on our eBay page as well. This doll that I'm about to pull up was pretty neat. It was more of a like little ladies doll, and all of her joints and appendages and stuff did bend and move, which was really cool, especially in an older doll to find something like that in such a good condition. Then we have the Barbie dolls. We found a couple of them here in the bottom of the box, along with some other dolls that we'll have to end up looking up as well. Barbie dolls, some of them, depending on the one that you have, if you have the right one, it'll go for some good money too. So we always get kind of excited just to see what we can figure out. We got a little excited about this. My dad is a big collector of the older or original tin style toys, especially the ones that move. So we got kind of excited about, or at least I got excited about finding this because I was like, oh, I found something that he'll like. So a couple pieces will end up in his collection, and the other pieces will either be in the booth or on our eBay storefront. Just going to let him go through so you guys can get a good look at some of the 10 toys that were in this bag. I'm sure those of you who have been watching for a while know that I absolutely can't stand doing voiceovers. I'm really sorry you guys are missing out on the sarcasm and banter that me and my dad and my mom have during making these videos. It's one of the big things that really bums me out when, we find out that for whatever reason, episode didn't catch sound. So that is the bummer here. But yeah, I'm not a fan of doing voiceovers. I just don't feel like I'm very good at them. I try. And in this box, my dad found some pretty cool older lighters. I really like the color of the Camel lighter that he'd found. And that Camel lighter, I think he said, goes for $20 to $30. We had ended up looking up the worth of it. A Miller's Light one, about the same, $20 to $30. It really depends. Another big factor is the brand. Zippos go for a decent amount more. He's making a joke. 3-piece chicken dinner and just 3 little pieces of corn kernels. And we found a lot of these deck cards too, that you get when you're a member of like Jack Daniels or you buy the bottle kit packs. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but they usually come with a bottle, a pack of cards, and dice. Or if you're a member, they'll send you a pack of cards that have different themes, which is pretty cool. And those also tend to sell on eBay. And Duck Call. Duck Call is pretty fun. And yes, this is about to be gross, but I definitely dared him. My face. And what the heck? I give it a little wipe down and just know that we do it for you guys. But I was successful, unlike my father, in the sounding of the duck call. Not at first, obviously. There it goes. We do it for you guys. Just know we love you. Next box we have, you see right there on top, more Breyer horses. Now, if you really think about it, it all really adds up. If you say, just the Breyer horses alone were just $20 a piece, which obviously, I've let you guys know that they do sell for quite a bit more than that. But we paid $400 for this unit. We already sold 2 racks out of the 8 that we had. We sold 2 and made $300 already off the unit. Now, if we even sold the Breyer horses that we found so far for just $20 a piece, how many did we find? Probably like 20 horses. That's $400 in itself. And I'm pretty certain there's a lot more than 20 Breyers that we found. So yeah, there's definitely money to be made. We really enjoyed this unit. There was a lot of things that we did decide to throw away just because we felt like the cleanliness of them was just too far gone. Unfortunately, that was a little bit more that could have been made off those items, but we didn't want to pass those items on to somebody else just because of the state that they were in. So you really got to keep in mind that everything does add up, especially since we paid $400, we're pretty much already made our money back. And then all of the other vintage toys and stuff that we found, I feel like we definitely hit a score with this unit. Just look at all of the ones that he's pulling out. Now this one that he is handing me right now, it's not a Breyer, but it is still pretty cool nonetheless, especially with the details that they had on it. And I'm excited to look them up and see what those go for themselves. That's me telling it that it matters, because he said it's not a Breyer. Yeah, there's 6 Breyers on the table right now. So I'm pretty certain in the last few episodes, this episode, and I'm pretty sure there's a few more hiding in some boxes that we've definitely have well over 20. One of our Breyer horses is an Arabian colt, and it goes for about $95 just itself. So if you guys are into horses, especially collecting Breyers, or know anybody that is, please feel free to send them over to our eBay page. It is KENGR1166. Now these little unicorns that I'm pulling out, I haven't seen any that are sold yet, but I have seen a couple of people asking about $22 for one of those little luminescent unicorns. Yeah, it's just insane. Look how pretty they are. Crazy. So realistic. All right, here's us doing our closeout per usual. Thank you for watching, guys. I know the voiceovers. Look, it happens. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We're not quite sure what we're wrong here. But anyways, like, share, and subscribe, please. It helps more than you know. We're trying to get our yearly goal of 1,000 subs. Thank you. Bye.